The world is full of wild places, places that seem to exist on the edge of imagination, where nature's power is both beautiful and intimidating. There are corners of our planet that pulse with raw, untamed energy, landscapes shaped by fire, earth, and time, where the ground itself seems alive. My journey to Java, Indonesia was born from this very desire, to witness the extraordinary, to stand where the earth reveals its most primal forces. I had heard stories of mountains that breathed smoke and glowed with ethereal blue fire, places where legends and science meet in a dance of light and shadow. These were living, breathing giants, part of the Pacific Ring of Fire, a vast chain of volcanoes that circles the Pacific Ocean, shaping destinies and landscapes alike. The idea of hiking an active volcano sparks a primal mix of fear and fascination, a reminder of how small we are in the face of nature's might. Java, an island forged in volcanic fire, promised an adventure like no other, a place where every step is a journey through the Earth's ancient memory. For me, it was about understanding the immense power that shapes our world, and feeling the heartbeat of the planet beneath my feet. As my flight descended towards Surabaya, the anticipation grew. Through the window I caught my first glimpse of the volcanic peaks, rising defiantly above the clouds. Peaks rose from the lush green landscape like ancient sentinels, guardians of stories untold and mysteries waiting to be discovered. Seeing them for the first time wasn't just a sight, it was a feeling, a surge of awe, humility and excitement that words can barely capture. The people I met spoke of the mountains with reverence, sharing tales of eruptions and rituals, of respect and resilience in the shadow of these giants. Preparing for this expedition was about more than just packing the right gear, it was about readying my mind and spirit for the unknown. These mountains are sacred places, woven into the spiritual fabric of the Javanese people, where every step is a gesture of respect. The adventure had already begun long before my boots touched the volcanic soil. It began with a promise to honor the land and its stories. It began with a sense of wonder and a deep respect for the natural world, a journey not just across landscapes, but into the heart of the earth itself. The journey from the city was more than just a change of scenery. It was a passage into a realm where nature's forces still reign supreme. As we left behind the urban sprawl, the landscape began to shift dramatically, each turn in the road revealing new layers of Java's wild heart. Terraced rice paddies clung to the hillsides like intricate mosaics, their vibrant greens shimmering in the morning light, a testament to centuries of careful cultivation. The air grew cooler and cleaner with every ascent, carrying the scent of damp earth and fresh leaves, mingled with the faint aroma of wood smoke from distant villages. With every kilometer we traveled, the volcanoes grew larger, their silhouettes looming on the horizon, ancient and unyielding, their presence both intimidating and awe-inspiring. Our first major destination was the legendary region around Mount Bromo, a place shrouded in myth and revered by locals for generations. As we ascended higher, the lush vegetation began to thin, replaced by hardy shrubs and volcanic rock, the landscape growing more stark and dramatic with every meter gained. The local Tenggurese people, wrapped in warm, colorful sarongs, greeted us with friendly waves and warm smiles, their presence a reminder of the deep connection between people and this powerful land. Finally, we reached the rim of the vast Tengger caldera, a natural amphitheater carved by ancient eruptions, its scale almost impossible to grasp. Below us lay the sea of sand, a massive plain of fine volcanic ash stretching to the horizon, its surface rippled by the wind and marked by the footprints of pilgrims and horses. Mount Bromo was unmistakable, a steady plume of white smoke billowing from its crater, a living reminder of the Earth's restless energy just beneath our feet. In the distance, Mount Semeru, Java's highest peak, let out occasional puffs of smoke, its summit often veiled in clouds, a silent guardian watching over the land. A low, deep rumble vibrated through the ground, a sound you feel in your bones, a constant reminder that these giants are very much alive. The wind howled across the caldera rim, carrying the faint, sharp smell of sulfur and the promise of adventure, as dust and ash danced in swirling patterns. This was nature in its rawest form, a place of immense power and stark beauty, where the Earth's forces are on full display and every moment feels charged with possibility. Standing on the edge of this otherworldly landscape, I felt a surge of excitement. My adventure had truly begun, and the mysteries of Java's smoking giants awaited. The pre-dawn start was a shock to the system, a jolt that left us shivering in the cool mountain air, rubbing sleep from our eyes as we fumbled with jackets and backpacks. The world was still wrapped in darkness, and the only sounds were the soft murmurs of fellow travelers and the distant rumble of engines coming to life. But the promise of what was to come made it easy to shake off sleep. There was a quiet excitement in the air, a sense of anticipation that seemed to ripple through the group as we gathered, ready for the adventure ahead. The drive across the sea of sand was an adventure in itself. Our Jeep bounced and rattled over the rough volcanic plain, headlights barely piercing the thick darkness as we sped towards the horizon. The landscape felt otherworldly, like crossing the surface of another planet. Our headlights cut a narrow path through the darkness, illuminating a world of gray ash and swirling dust. The silence outside was broken only by the crunch of tires and the occasional gust of wind, carrying the scent of sulfur and earth. We were heading towards Mount Penanjakan, famous for its spectacular sunrise views. This viewpoint is legendary among travelers, a place where people from all over the world gather to witness the dawn break over the volcanic landscape. The final part of the journey was a short but steep hike in the dark. Flashlights bobbed along the trail as we climbed, our breath visible in the chilly air, hearts pounding with both exertion and excitement. As we reached the viewpoint, the first hints of dawn began to paint the eastern sky. The silhouettes of distant volcanoes emerged, their outlines sharp against the gradually brightening horizon. The world below was still shrouded in mist and darkness. A thick blanket of fog drifted across the caldera, hiding the secrets of the land beneath and adding an air of mystery to the scene. The colors began to change, hues of deep purple and indigo giving way to fiery oranges and golds. The sky seemed to ignite, casting a magical glow over the entire landscape. As the light grew stronger, the mist in the caldera below began to swirl and retreat, revealing the dramatic contours of the volcanic terrain. It was as if the world was slowly waking up, stretching and coming alive before our eyes. Mount Bromo with its constant plume of smoke looked like a mythical beast awakening. The crater steamed and hissed, a reminder of the raw power that lay beneath the surface. It was a scene of such epic scale and beauty that no photograph could ever truly capture it. The vastness, the colors, the sense of awe, it was something that had to be experienced in person to be believed. It was a memory etched directly onto the soul, a moment of wonder that would stay with us long after we left the mountains behind. With the sun now climbing in the sky, we descended from the viewpoint towards Mount Bromo. The landscape, now fully illuminated, was even more impressive. The vast expanse of gray ash stretched out in every direction. Standing in the middle of it, I felt incredibly small, a tiny speck in a world of giants. The final approach to Bromo's crater is a journey on foot. I chose to walk, wanting to feel the volcanic ash crunching under my boots. The low rumble we had heard from a distance was now a constant, deep growl. Reaching the top, I was breathless, partly from the climb and partly from the view. A huge chasm dropped away into the earth, and from its depths, a thick column of steam billowed out. It was a stark reminder of our own vulnerability in the face of nature's might. After the epic landscapes of Bromo, our journey continued east to Kawah Ijen. Ijen is famous for its electric blue fire, a unique natural phenomenon. This isn't lava but sulfuric gases igniting in the air, visible only at night. To see it, we began our hike long before midnight. The trail was steep and dusty, winding its way up the side of the volcano. The path was busy, filled with other adventurous souls and local sulfur miners. As we climbed higher, the familiar smell of sulfur grew stronger. Reaching the edge of the crater, we peered down into the darkness. Flickering in the abyss below were rivers of brilliant blue light. The flames danced and flowed down the rock face, illuminating the surrounding smoke. It was a moment of pure wonder, witnessing a rare and beautiful phenomenon. The blue flames were only part of the Ijen experience. The next challenge was the descent into the crater itself. The path is a treacherous rocky trail, steep and unstable. We carefully picked our way down, following our guide and the steady stream of miners. Down on the crater floor, the scene was even more surreal. The blue flames licked at the rocks just meters away. Ceramic pipes channeled the volcanic gases which condensed into molten sulfur. The miners worked tirelessly in this toxic environment. Their resilience and physical strength were almost superhuman. This encounter put our own physical challenges into sharp perspective. As dawn began to break, a new spectacle was revealed. The rising sun illuminated the crater, unveiling a stunning turquoise-colored acidic lake. An adventure is never just about the places you see, it's about the people you meet. In Java, my interactions with the local people were as memorable as the volcanoes. The Javanese are warm, welcoming, and incredibly resilient. They have a deep spiritual connection to the land, especially to the volcanoes. In the villages around Bromo, I learned about the Tengarese people. Their lives are intrinsically linked to the volcano. The sulfur miners of Kawah Ijen left the most profound impact on me. Despite working in harsh environments, they showed incredible spirit and friendliness. Meeting them was a humbling reminder of the human capacity for resilience. Their spirit is as fiery and indomitable as the volcanoes they live beside. Standing on the edge of a rumbling crater, you can't help but reflect on your own place in the world. The sheer scale and power of a volcano is a humbling experience. This journey through Java's fiery heart was not just a physical challenge, it was a mental and spiritual one too. The challenges of the hikes pushed my physical limits. With every step, I discovered a reserve of strength I didn't know I had. This newfound confidence is one of the greatest souvenirs you can bring back from an adventure. The journey also instilled in me a deeper appreciation for the delicate balance of our world. Volcanoes are a force of creation and destruction. Witnessing this duality firsthand gives you a profound respect for the planet's natural cycles. Ultimately, this adventure in Java deepened my love for Indonesia. It is a place that challenges you, inspires you, and ultimately changes you. If you feel the call of Java's fire mountains, a safe and respectful adventure requires some planning. First and foremost, your health and safety are paramount. Acclimatize properly if you can, and dress in layers. Sturdy hiking boots with good grip are non-negotiable. For Kawah Ijen, a proper gas mask is a necessity. Hiring a local guide is highly recommended. They enhance your safety and enrich your experience with their local knowledge. For Bromo, booking a 4x4 Jeep tour is the most efficient way to see the sunrise. Always listen to your guide and respect any restricted areas. Respect for the local culture and environment is just as important as your physical safety. Supporting the local economy by hiring local guides and buying souvenirs directly from artisans is a great way to give back. Finally, go with an open mind and a spirit of adventure. Be prepared for challenges and unexpected changes. Embrace the early starts, the physical exertion, and the occasional discomfort. The world is waiting.